just want to start off on Sayers. He kind of strikes me as a really sort of a free spirit in a sense of he comes across to me as more of an entrepreneur type. The way he's doing things, I think he deserves a shot. He deserves a chance, and maybe on the outside the things that he's doing are coming across as harsh. But you know what? Fuck that. I don't care. Go in there, do what you want to do it how you want it, because we've done it the corporate way. Like MLG gave us nothing, guys. So let's let him do it his way. Whoever, let him do it his way. Be a bit more ruthless. We all want old Carlton back in that ruthless sort of mold. So yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, mate, I'm with you. I mean, there's a few things about him that I like already, and that's that his willingness to step into the modern world. He does. He's been interviewed on podcasts, and with not even talking about Carlton. It's good to hear him talk about what he's interested in and what makes him tick. And, that he was asked questions about what his daily routine are, like little things like that. You'd be surprised with fans, like with me. Like, I want to know what this person's about before I can make a decision as to whether I trust them or not. And the fact that he's willing to step into that modern age, no one's asking these executives to step on a camera every week, but every now and again, put yourself out there. Let us know a little bit about who you are. I like what I've seen so far. And to be frank, if he really has read the riot act at the club and people have got in their feelings about it, well, fuck off. You're not meant to be there. This is enough. Like, we've been nice for 5 years and look at where it got us, mate. Like, I'm serious. Like, I hope he's ripped through everyone. I fucking hope so, because it's like, it's done now. Like, we need to fix it.
I'm 100%, man. And I think it's evident that he has read the riot act. Like, only go far back and look at that conference with Little. He knew he was gone that day. He looked like a corpse, man. The color was gone from his face. And mate, and this is what we need. I feel that's what we need. I'm not giving him a pass mark because I've done things like this before. I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid too much, but time will tell. But I like the change of approach. And what I'm loving is the media flipping out over how the club's conducting itself. Apparently, Waitley and Healy have said, it doesn't even matter if they land Clarkson or Cook. The way they've handled themselves is disgraceful. Like, get fucked. What? We can't win? What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? It's just shitting me, because I'm starting to see it affect the opinions of Carlton supporters. Like,
I'm with you. If you do some research on Luke Sayers' business career as well, I implore people to do it. There's some things he's gone through, some tough times. I work with a guy actually who was with PwC. Without going into the intrinsic things, there was a review done where there was a sexual harassment case, and it was seen to be a boys' club. Now, Luke Sayers got hold of this and he gutted that place, and it has now got 100% staff approval ratings. It's one of the most positive places to work in Australia. He has turned that toxicity culture around very quickly, and he did it with an iron fist. And I'm telling you now, if you want someone to fix what has been a boys' club at this football club, he's got the right way. One of the guys that he's brought in, who everyone is saying, it's a boys' club. If you actually do the research on the gentleman, he worked with him. Luke Sayers let him go. He set up his own business, and he's come back to him because they are a trusted soundboard, and he's someone that holds him to account. So quite often in business, you'll always have someone. I have Terry who tells me I'm a dickhead. I sometimes need it. You need that in life, someone you trust who can intrinsically tell you are out of order. And I think it's an exciting time. And I would just say, go in like you are, Jad. Mindful that we've been wronged before, but it's like love supporting your football club. If you treat everyone like your ex, you're going to die lonely. You've got to sometimes just open your heart and allow yourself to be hurt. So I'm giving myself to Luke Sayers. And if he hurts me, he hurts me. I'm bigger than him. I'll knock him out. But I trust him this time. And that's all we can do. Because at the moment, like you say, he's gutting the place. And everyone hated Liddell, but Liddell.
Yeah, man. And exactly. And I just think that it just comes from his, like, that entrepreneurial sort of background where he's not going to be shackled by by board shenanigans and crap like that. So fuck it, let's just see where it goes. I just think an EGM at this time, if it still were to happen, I just think that would be probably the end of the list as we know it, because fuck, like,
it's a waste of time. Do you know what I mean? It's a waste of time, because I'm telling you now, you could have David Hasselhoff in there with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Donald Trump. They haven't got enough time to implement all the changes and all the damage limitation, catching up on what's gone on the last 6 years with 2 years left of this list, because you've got a 2-year window now left of this list historically to get it right. So this is literally Sayers or bust. And at the moment, he's doing the right things, doing the hard calls. I know everyone disagrees with me because a lot of people say it's wrong. I thought having the external review midway through the year, when, let's be honest, the football we were playing, you could have got prime Tony Lockett and we were shit. He got the information before he took power, and now he's writing it. So I am excited, and I think we've got to get excited until we're proven wrong. But videos, wearing jumpers at press conferences and videos from Diesel today, something's different about this football club, and I don't know what it is.
I agree.
So, I'm willing to drink what they're providing me, because Carlton are going to win a flag next year. I've got an inkling. We're back, baby.
Please don't go there.
There's another point you made as well, and it's important, and it's really important for everyone watching. Like the headlines come out, people screenshot them, send them to their mates, and all of a sudden they say, "Oh, I'm hearing that Don Pike's going to be announced tomorrow." It's like, no, you're not. You read it online. You didn't hear anything. No one told. We need to be very careful and like aware that the mainstream media's agenda is attention and eyeballs and clicks. And so you need to be able to decipher what's reality and what's not. Like, you know, when you're being sucked into a headline, you should know. And like, we have a show every Monday where we don't really refer to every news article, because like we know we don't really know what's going on the inside. That's clear, but just please don't get sucked in. I think Rocco says it every week. Don't get hoodwinked by the media. You know?
Exactly. And guys, to fellow Carlton people watching this, like, you can, if you want to find the hypocrisy, you can find it in 2 clicks. Why is it okay for Collingwood to run a process for their coaching board, but not us? Why is everything that we do wrong? And I personally think Sayers, I think he's laughing his ass off at Icon Park at how the media is reacting. I actually think he's having a ball, because it's not what they say it is, and it never is. That's their job at the end of the day. It's just be careful with what you want to believe.
I love I love that I'm watching them all every week. Footy Classified, all of them. They're throwing darts, as Pom says. Like, they're taking pot shots at what could be right. Like Collingwood offered up, like the Collingwood offered up their IP last week. If you bought into that, you need to assess yourself. If you bought into the fact that we sat down with Collingwood with pieces of paper across the way, if you bought into that, you need to reassess. Like, they're just throwing like away.
But what's brilliant about that is if you go back to that rumor, the exact words were, she believed a member of Carlton had met with a member of Collingwood to discuss. Now, it probably goes on, because I said it's non-news. They probably do have coffees and say, "Oh, do you have a nightmare when you were trying to get a new coach at Collingwood?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, we'd have time wasters." That is a meeting discussing a process, but they made it out to be something it's not. And that's why I thought it was funny when I spoke to someone in the industry at Melbourne. He said, "I bet someone gets fired at your club in the next 24 hours," because he said it smelled of a fake leak. So just seems such an unlikely story. Like, it was such a rubbish story. Because like, I'd put a tweet up saying, "Breaking news, Luke Sayers has sugar in his coffee." Like, it was a ridiculous comment.
Yeah, it's just funny how differently we're treated. You know, we're Carlton, fuck the rest. We're just better than them. That's all it is.
Yeah, and the reality is we deserve everything we get. All the false claims, all these media people having jabs at us. I love it because we deserve it. And I love getting what I just think, you know, we've brought it on ourselves. And, you know, we just live in hope that we get it right by round 1, because how much more longer can we talk like this, guys? Come on. Like, when are we going to be doing fan cams every second week knowing we're going to win games? Like, when's that happening, you know?
When are we going to do fan cams naked? When we win flags? That's what I want.
Blue Abroad OnlyFans.
Sign me up. Well, as Pommy said, boys, like this is the end. This is the last window for our list to get it. Maybe like just to get the stability down and have a real crack at what they can hopefully achieve. And just a quick thing on the agents. I don't want Chera. I don't want him. And this ties into the media thing as well. Apparently, Carlton have to give up pick 6. Pick 6 is a starting point for Carlton to get Chera. Like, what are you on? He's when you're out of contract, your market price diminishes. So why is that all of a sudden ignored? Why is that ignored now? Like, that's how it is.
It's Carlton.
Fuck me, man. But I'd be on that. I just like Hewitt. I'd like a couple of shrewd additions like Hewitt. I think he'd be great. And that's it. The rest is there.
Yep.